Here we go, Unit 5, Lesson 3, adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. So I'm going to run through some examples. So the first example is going to be kind of vertically. We're going to have 2x to the third minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 9. And then we're going to add x to the third plus 6x squared plus 11. So again, you can only combine like terms. So I have x to the third and x to the third. So 2x to the third plus 1x to the third is 3x to the third. My next that I see, I have x squareds. So negative 5x plus 6x is positive 1x squared. 3x is kind of by itself. Okay, I don't have any other x's to add, so I'm just going to carry that down below. And then I'm going to finish it by adding my constants. Negative 9, positive 11 is going to give me plus 2 at the end. So if you stack it vertically like that, you can do it. You can also, kind of like our second example for adding here, you can say 3y to the third minus 2y squared minus 7y plus negative 4y squared plus 2y minus 5. Again, I can just go through and say, all right, I don't have any other y to the thirds, so I can't do anything. I do have some y squareds that I can add together. I do have some y's that I can add together. And then I only have one set of constants, so I can't add any of that. So 3y to the third is going to stay the same. Negative 2y squared minus 4y squared is negative 6y squared. Negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5y. And then the negative 5 stays the same. All right, so that's adding. Now, if we look at subtracting, it's going to be very similar. You just have to remember that that negative sign may carry through. So, subtracting, call it part A. So let's take, again, we can do this in a horizontal or a vertical way. 8x to the third minus x squared minus 5x plus 1. And I want to subtract this from 3x to the third plus 2x squared minus x plus 7. But what you have to remember is that this whole kind of section is like it has parentheses around it. And this negative sign is going to be included onto each one of these. So really, this is like saying I have negative 3. This is like saying I have a negative 2. Negative x is really a positive x, and this is like saying plus negative 7. So 8x to the third minus 3x to the third is 5x to the third. Negative 1x squared plus negative 2x squareds is negative 3x squareds. Negative 5x plus 1x is negative 4x. And 1 minus 7 is negative 6. That's as far as you can go. There's nothing left to simplify. Right? So the next example is subtract 5z squared minus z plus 3 from 4z squared plus 9z minus 12. So if we have that one, we're going to say, okay, I have 4z squared plus 9z. And then again, I have to think about using those parentheses to describe my second term, 5z squared minus z plus 3. So again, remember this is going to be applied to each term. So it's minus 5z squared plus z minus 3. And then when I combine like terms, so I'm just rewriting over here, just rewriting. I see I've got like terms here, I have like terms here, and then I have 2 constants that I can combine. So that's going to give me negative z squared plus 10z, and negative 12 minus 3 is negative 15. So that brings us to multiplication. So just going to take a look at multiplying polynomials. Is if we look at two sets of numbers. So let's say that we have, again, multiplying, let's say that we have x plus 3, and then we have 3x squared minus 2x plus 4. So I have to remember that I have to take each of these terms, and this x right here has to be multiplied into each term, and this 3 has to be multiplied into each term. So I'm going to do the x part first, and then we'll combine some like terms towards the end. So I'm going to say, okay, 3 times x squared, that's 3x to the third, minus 2x squared, I'm doing all the red ones, plus 4x, plus 9x squared, minus 6x, plus 12. So again, find what we have in common. Don't have any other x to the thirds, do have some x squareds, I do have some x's, and I only have one constant. So I am going to be left with 3x to the third plus 7x squared minus 2x plus 12 when I cancel out everything. If you get 3 binomials, okay, so again, I know these are a lot of examples. Probably have 2 more examples, this one and one other one. Say you've got a problem that's looks like this. You have 3 binomials. So you have x minus 5, x plus 1, and x plus 3. Just choose 2 of them first. So let's just choose these 2. And I'm going to keep that x plus 3 on the outside. X times x is x squared. X times 1, 1x, minus 5x, and minus 5. Okay, again, all I did, used my FOIL method to multiply these, and I still have this on the outside with x plus 3 here. And now I can really do that whole thing one more time. So again, I'm going to take x, I'm going to plug this, I'm going to multiply this x into each. Well, actually, we can simplify. So let's simplify first right here. I'm left with x squared. 1 minus 5 is negative 4. And so now I'm going to take this x, multiply into all of these. I'm going to take this 3, and I'm going to multiply in here, here, and here, and then I'm going to combine like terms. X to the third minus 4x squared minus 5x plus 3x squared minus 12x minus 15. I've got a few sets of like terms right here and right here. So I'm going to get x to the third minus x squared minus 17x minus 15. Multiplying 3 binomials. So I picked 2 of them to do first, keeping that x plus 3 on the outside, and then I multiplied that x plus 3 in. So just going to add this to your notes. So again, just some general rules with an example or two for you. So again, you can help use these, guide these when you're doing the problems for yourself. All right, just a few, the last, just like I guess 2 problems is just some special product patterns. So some special patterns. So say we take something that looks like 3t plus 4, 3t minus 4. Notice how we've got a plus sign here and a subtraction sign here. That adding and that subtracting, that's going to end up canceling out. So if I look at this, again, this is 3t times 3t. That really is the same thing as 3t squared. 4 times negative 4, so that's where when we do FOIL it, we get 3t squared plus 12t minus 12t minus 16. And 3 times 3 is 9. Goofed up there. But this is what I wanted to show you is 12t minus 12t cancels out. So all you're left with is 9t squared minus 16, which is the same thing as 3t squared minus 4 squared. So again, when you see this happening and you see that you have this plus and a minus, you can potentially know that those middle terms are going to cancel out, and you can simplify it like this. Just again, real similar. 8x minus 3 squared. Okay, this means 8x minus 3 times 8x minus 3. Well, it's going to be 8x times 8x. But this is where, again, because it's going to happen twice, I need to multiply these 2 times. 8x and 3, and then you're left with plus 3 squared at the end. So again, the reason that we do this is because when we write this out as 8x minus 3, 8x minus 3, 64x squared, we get minus 24x minus 24x. So because we subtract it twice, that's where this minus 2 comes in. And this would be plus 9, which again, 3 squared gets us that. So if we keep simplifying, again, 64x squared, 2 times 8 times 3, or negative 24 minus negative 24 is negative 48x, and I'm left with plus 9 at the end.